On October 6th of 2024, a YouTuber by the name of Gamin4hope would upload a video by the name of My Complete Roadmap to Competing in the OWCS, in which he explains his simple goal of reaching OWCS and placing in the top 50 teams. The problem? He's hard stuck flat. The solution? Reach Masters on tank. He basically goes on to explain all the other steps, such as participating in scrims, showing a schedule, which I bet it's a schedule, it's definitely something. He also tells us about his financial plan to focus on creating content. I won't be getting into that too much, because you don't need to be a genius to realize that you quit your day job after your side gig gets popular. Yeah. He also expands on his goal to reach top 25 players in the NA region, competing in smaller tournaments. Yes, he gets a lot of backlash and hate, but he's a man with a dream. He won't give up. He won't quit. Not now, not ever. Shut logic, make as many videos as you want. Apply, give as many VOD reviews as you want, because he will never. Oh, he quit his journey to the OWCS? Yep. In August 15th of 2025, Gamin4hope uploaded a video titled, I quit the OWCS journey. Here's why. He basically explains that he can't sacrifice too much of his time since he's got a family. He's also a bit old. But the real catalyst was during an unsuspecting livestream. He's screaming with his team, but something was off. But he says it's because the tank player was 2 divisions higher. But real dominant wolves like me smelled something was wrong. So we dig and dig and dig until we find this. Hopium vs Sphinx, Overwatch 2 scrim. Now, at first glance, this might just seem like a normal scrim VOD. But if we pay attention, we see how short it is. Our first clue. Take that! Keep it in mind. Our second piece of evidence presents itself with the fact that his teammates weren't even ready to scrim, as they were playing comp with the other tank. Now, one might brush this off as just forgetting. But no, not me. I'm not like you. I mean, they're Overwatch players. They might just be stupid. But it seems highly unlikely everyone forgot. I mean, they're a 5-stack for God's sake. And just a side note, but even when he's spectating, he's giving criticism on his whole team. Like, this wouldn't normally matter, but he just said that the skill gap was too big. So like, why are you acting like you're a top 500 VOD reviewer, okay? Anyways, let's actually get into the scrim itself. The first round goes by, and they lose, but nothing big happens. Just minor mistakes, miscalled comps, etc, etc. The second game, they also lose first point, they lose second point, and we can see that our G4H, our Mr. Hope, gets a little tilted. Now, what does he do? He just rushes in, gets Maywall. He has a plan, okay? He's gonna rush in a Maywall again. And it gets to a point where even his teammates have to call it out.
Can't just say I'm gonna wall you every time.
What does he do after he gets called out for getting Maywalled? Oh well, he just rushes in and gets walled again. But this time he lives. But then he just gets walls again. And he dies. After this game, he takes a well-deserved break after all the great gameplay we just saw. And he comes back a new man, realizing maybe he should look in the mirror. Maybe it's not his team, but his individual performance. Maybe he should take accountability. He's mad nobody's listening to his callouts? Oh, well, okay. Well, realizing the full context now, we can continue our journey. This basically set off a chain reaction of the other players playing with the available tank who was 2 divisions higher than him and actually having fun. And even as the team tried to hold themselves together, like a hungry pack of wolves, Gamin4hope just leaves the group chat. As you can see from comments from a former member, they actually say that at the time of this scrim, we ranged in rank from high plat to low masters. From that teams at a low diamond average, we were all aware that we had a lot of work to do before competing in any tournaments. At the end of the day, this was something we did because we enjoyed each other's company and wanted to grow together. Our problem with Gamin wasn't that he sucked at the game, it was that he was a terrible team member. He had poor attitude and was more likely to deflect blame and run away from problems than to face them head on. That being said, we had attempted for weeks to work through our differences together, but rather than trying to work on them with us, he decided to rage quit the team, as I just stated. Another comment on ShotLogic's video says, Hello, I am OWCS. Did I say that right? I hope I did. The main support in the scrim in the video, playing Brigitte. I was the player who called out Gamin4hope for the May walls and to stabilize on Lijiang Tower. I was also a co-owner of Hopium before I disbanded. I think Chud was spot on in this review. However, to provide a little bit of context in all our scrims, we swap out people to give everyone playtime. Also, toward the end of the video, Chud says that nobody respects his calls. I would like to say this was true, as he consistently struggles with spatial awareness and understanding the ebb and flow of the game. I don't keep up with gaming anymore, so I have no idea if he improved. When compared to Berlin, there was unfortunately a decently wide gap in rank, which I think made gaming's shortcomings even more apparent. So, as I just stated, Gamin4hope isn't only bad at the game, He also has a big problem with accountability. Now, Gamin4hope, as we know, he left the team, the esports team. Well, now that we know all the context, we can go back to his quitting video. He says he's got a full-time job again, which good for you, man. That's amazing. And he finally found a goal worth fighting for and doing something he enjoys. Just playing ranked and try to climb the ladder. Surely nothing can go wrong, right? What's that? He's crying about Sarah getting banned? Like, isn't she one of the most banned characters in the game? Oh, and after he got called out for it, he said he was just rage baiting? Anyways, there's always something going on with Mr. Hope, because now instead of his teammates, it's stream snipers and teammates. And honestly, if what he says is true, that they have a Discord where people just try to stream snipe in and make his games harder, it will be so funny because that's some cartoon level hating, dude, I'm not gonna lie. What is not funny though is that he's received so much coaching and he's still stuck in Plat Diamond. I mean, his mechanics are okay, his game sense is sometimes good, and the real issue isn't his game sense being just subpar. The real issue is his mental. I mean, you can excuse bad game sense, you can excuse bad mechanics, but when you go into a game knowing that you have a lot of shortcomings, that you have a lot of... you're just unaware of most things that are happening, you should take accountability for that. Especially in Overwatch 5v5 tank is one of the most important roles in the game. And if your tank just sucks at seeing what's going on and tracking certain things, then the game is just lost. He loves to say he does take accountability. In his YouTube shorts, he always starts off with, I take accountability, or I just had a genius revelation with like the hopeful music in the background, Gamin4hope, hopeful. Like the music in the background, like, today, I had a 2% win rate, but I still count this day as W. I learned that I should take accountability. And then you go in his streams and you see that he doesn't blame himself and blames his teammates, and it's just a mess, it's a mess. He blames his teammates, he blames the enemy for saying that they're smurfing. I mean, the only time he really does take accountability is to make himself feel better and to stop himself from tilting. It's not real accountability, it's just saying that he does so he can say that he does, okay? He doesn't take accountability. He's too egocentrical and has a burning hatred for Mercy players, which, you know, me as a Genji main, I don't. Here I'll sit with me, kittens. Oh my god. Personally, I think it's because he got coached by Awkward, who also has a notoriously fragile ego, makes some of the worst educational content I have ever seen on this platform, and of course is one of the coaches in Rank Up Academy. I'm gonna go on a bit of a side tangent here. If you genuinely pay for coaching in Overwatch, you are a bot. Most of the clips you'll find of Gamin4hope is people just attacking his personality and his inability to take accountability. Now, I'd say those are pretty valid because most of the time he's just blaming his teammates for no reason, messing up ults and then acting like he's not the problem. Now, there are some trolls who just keep repeating the same for jokes, like saying that he neglects his kids, he beats his wife, like whatever, that he's a Nazi, which I don't know if he is. Okay, I didn't do research into that, alright? I think most of it is pretty deserved, most of the hate he gets, because he's genuinely, if I ever got him into my team, I think I would just leave, I would just dodge the match. But another controversy he's found himself in lately, and actually a long while, is his inability to shut the fuck up, okay? And I don't mean his inability to shut the hell up when it comes to like things like accountability. What I mean is this. My brother, you do not need to respond to all of these. Let's read them. Neglecting my children, anti-LGBTQ, Nazi, KKK member, unemployed, grooming my wife, responding to apply, calibrating my goals, conclusion and final thoughts. Listen man, you don't need to respond to all of these. Sometimes it's good to just be silent. And then again, when it always comes to like preferred pronouns, trans people, he always finds a way to come off as transphobic. You are an Overwatch streamer. Why are you being transphobic? I get it, you're a Christian, right? Like, there's no time where when you're playing Overwatch, those things should come into your mind. There's no time when playing Overwatch that should like get into your brain, alright? That's just not how it should work. At the time of writing this video, my script, something happened. Something happened in Gamin4hope's chat. Now, while he was playing Overwatch, I think it was a teammate, he lost the game. And at the end of the game, in match chat, somebody sent a phone number. Now, thankfully, it's not Gamin4hope's number, thankfully, but it's very stupid. I don't think he deserves to get doxxed for the things he's done. He is a bad person, yes, and he has a really big ego, yes. But does he deserve to get doxxed? No, no, no. Thankfully, it's not his real number again, but it's still a weird thing to do. No matter how much you hate the guy, it's never okay to put a person and their family in danger. Just over them being awful at a game and just having a big ego, it's just awful. In the stream, he goes in depth. He doesn't like people telling him to like just get over it with. I understand. I genuinely understand it. Something like that happened to you, and people just say, no, but like, it's not that big of a deal. It's not a real number or shit like that. They just look at him as a content bot, and that's not cool. Okay, for all the awful things he does, doxing isn't something that he deserves. Doxing is something nobody deserves. I think doxing is the most cowardly thing a person can do next to swatting. Now, in conclusion, Gamin4hope has had an issue with accountability since forever, since his beginning to the day of today. And no matter how hard he tries telling us that he got another revelation about his 2% win rate and that he actually doesn't look at the scoreboard anymore, he just doesn't. He just keeps lying to himself. He just keeps trying. He keeps trying to like almost convince us as the viewer to believe him, while he himself doesn't even believe him. Because if he did, he wouldn't keep making these videos. The problem is his mental. His mental is just so terrible that that's the only thing that's holding him back. That's the only thing that's keeping him in plat to diamond. Now, with all the evidence before us, it's time to make our final verdict. On account of not owning up to your mistakes and not taking accountability, you are guilty. On account of getting hated for said things, you are also guilty. On account of being bald, having no beard, and wearing a stupid arm sleeve, you are guilty. Alright, well, this is the end of the video. If you stuck around, I just want to say thank you so much for watching till the end. Leave a like, leave a comment on what you think about Gamin4hope, and yeah, see ya. Bye bye.